The Seattle Sounders have the distinction, infamy is the word if we're talking Toronto FC fans, of winning last year's Major League Soccer championship without taking a single shot on goal. And no, on the eve of a rematch with the Reds for the MLS Cup, they are still not going to apologize for it. "I don't care," Sounders defender Chad Marshall said when the subject was broached for probably the 874th time since the 2016 Cup was won on penalty kicks. "However, we get another ring, just get another ring." Story continues below advertisement. As a matter of fact, Marshall said, he kind of likes the no-shot stat. "I don't mind it," he said. "I'm a century back, we got the job done. We were coming in here, we were the away team, we have got to play it a little defensive. Every team is more comfortable at home. You look at the records throughout the league, everyone has a better home record than away record. You're going to have to be solid defensively on the road. No MLS team was more comfortable at home this season than TFC. The Reds lost only one game at BMO Field in 2017, sporting a 1-3-1-3 record. The Sounders were 3-8-6 on the road this season, although they won both of their road games in the playoffs on the way to winning the Western Conference. However, the Sounders are a much better team offensively this time around. They started 6 different players in the Western Conference Final, against the Houston Dynamo, than they did in last year's Cup Final against the Reds and ripped Dynamo 5-0 on aggregate in the 2-game series. The additions of midfielder Victor Rodriguez and forward Will Bruin, along with the return to health of striker Clint Dempsey, who missed last year's playoffs because of an irregular heartbeat, make Seattle much more explosive than last year. The Reds are also better this time, with greater depth and their own Spanish Victor, the midfielder Vázquez, giving them a more potent offense, too. That is why no one should place much weight on TFC's 1-0 regular season win in Seattle last May, the only meeting between the teams this season. "I think we were a completely different squad and so were they," Seattle goalkeeper Stephen Free said of the game. "The 2 victors on both sides were massive additions for each team." Story continues below advertisement. Story continues below advertisement. "I think in the early part of our season we were still trying to find our identity a bit and work with it. We got better with that as the season progressed. As far as them, I'm sure they're a completely different side as well. In confidence alone, winning the Canadian Club Championship and the Supporters' Shield, that should go a long way." Free says that the addition of Vázquez to the Reds' midfield has increased the scoring power of strikers Sebastian Giovinco and Josie Altidore, as happened with the insertion of Rodriguez into the Sounders' midfield. Dempsey and Bruin are much more effective now and the attack has more weapons. When you have multiple attacking threats, then it's difficult for opponents to eliminate all of them, Free said. "We know someone like Dempsey is going to get a lot of attention.